All the men she was fucking and women she was playing with during our marriage. What happened with Fallon and Porsha is that they think I'm a fool because I give them so much grace. You know, they think that I cannot come back. I would not come back. Or they don't know that the information that I have, either during the time we're together or after we're separated. Porsha, the amount of information, I subpoenaed her phone records. I know all the men she was fucking and women she was playing with during our marriage. Lawfully subpoenaed her phone records, her bank records. Her savior is that the court refused to allow me to bring that in through discovery. You don't have to give a reason for filing for divorce. When something does not feel right and you put it on me, I would die fighting you for it. I am prepared to die fighting you. I could give two fucks what gets lost in between.
Any other celebrities that you had found?
There's a guy. She was on this show, Stars on Mars, with a few guys that were for a few months in Australia. For a couple of months. Yeah, she was messing with one of her co-stars. I'll give you this much. I'm not going to give you a name. It was not a white person, and it was not a female.
Marshawn Lynch, former NFL player and Super Bowl champion. He's the only one, because Lance Armstrong is a white dude. So it's got to be the Marshawn Lynch guy.
For plausible deniability, there was another black one that was brought in mid-season. It's a retired basketball player from the Boston Celtics.
Oh, Paul Pierce.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is news to my ears. This is some wine.
When Tasha K go do Tasha K, two individuals that could have been any one of those two.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
When did you know you was into women?
I always knew.
I knew at 7 I was into boys.
I'm pretty sure around that time. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hunt you, everybody. It didn't matter, girl, boy. We just come over. How can we put these two things together? Let's bump belly buttons. And I ain't care what was below the belly button. So at that point I said, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I'm serious. It didn't matter. It didn't. I had me a girlfriend in elementary school and everything.
You did not have a girl in elementary school, Porsha.
Yes, I did. She had blonde hair. We used to go to the tire back.
You was in an interracial relationship?
Yes, I was. Oh my God, I never said this before, but
no, okay. My first boyfriend at 7 was Alan. He was a white boy.
Really?
That's why I was laughing.
Really?
I was 7. I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota.
I was definitely at a private school, and we definitely had our favorite tire. We'd go over there and do a little smooch. Yeah, just little and just cute and whatever. But yeah, but as an adult, when you're really thinking about your sexuality, I knew that I was attracted to women. I just never envisioned it being like a true lifestyle. And I think that with what came with my last divorce came me honestly saying, what do I want from my life? Where could my heart lead me? If I were to ever be in another relationship, how can I do that as authentic as I can? What does that look like? And so as I dated Mike and as I dated Patrice, I said, you know what? I'm going to go with the energy that feels the best to me. I'm going to go where the energy and the love feels like home. And I found that with her. I just found it with her. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do just like I do any other relationship. I'm going to walk bold in this. And it ended up being like the biggest coming out story ever. But to me, it felt natural because I was doing something that was true to me. It didn't feel like, oh my God, now Porsha's dating a woman. everybody else probably reacted to it way more than I was in the moment. I was just enjoying her, and you know me, I'm a hopeless romantic. I just wanted to scream from the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs to know, you know, I am with her and I am happy, and it's the best thing ever. And so I think that's how I presented it.
I'm ready for commitment, Harry. First time I set eyes on Mary Swanson, I just got that old-fashioned romantic feeling where I'd do anything to bone her.
You don't get it, bro. One of the most successful athletes of all time got cheated on by his wife. One of the most popular entertainers, in the entire world got cheated on. Rich, handsome, successful men get cheated on all the time. They get done dirty, they get played out all the time. See, back when I was a kid in high school, I noticed something, and I wonder if you noticed it too. I noticed another guy and myself could be talking to the same girl, but we would each get a completely different woman. It didn't matter if one of us was better than the other. It came down to, what did this girl want? And this is the message that I'm trying to get to hit home for every single young guy. If you are striving to make more money or get in better shape or any of these things, do it for you. Because the reality is, the only way you're gonna keep a woman is if she wants to be gotten and kept by you. Ain't no amount of money, ain't no amount of success, ain't no amount of looks gonna fix or change that. This is why you choose the woman who chooses you. And Christ-focused improvement is what I teach.
You be alright, nigga. You tough, right?
I'm going to make the argument right now that you should see a divorce lawyer before you get married. I think you should understand, before you get married, what a court would be looking at and thinking about in a divorce.
At first I said, this is wild and crazy, but you know, I like this. This should be part of it's hard to get into.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you sit down with a divorce lawyer? I can talk about joint custody, sole custody, shared custody. I can talk about different parenting access schedules. I can talk about what are the standards that a judge looks at when making decisions about custody. What are some ways that you can shore up and prepare? So I would say, hey, make sure we go to parent-teacher night. Make sure we go to the pediatric appointments. Make sure that you're part of the day-to-day routine of your child and not just doing the fun stuff. Because by the way, you might be a super great dad, but you trust your co-parent because they're good as a co-parent. They're a good parent. And you kind of don't like to be home because when you're home, you guys argue. So you want the kids to not be around that and you don't really feel like it. So you stay away. Okay, now you're setting up a terrible custody case. Do you think anybody, if they came into my office and I gave them that conversation, that primer on, look, I hope your marriage doesn't end. And if it ends, I hope you don't have a custody battle. But if you did, here's the kinds of things the judge might look at, and here's some ways to do it. Do you think anybody would have that meeting with me and then go, you know, I was really happy in my marriage before this, but now I'm going to go home and just get divorced? Like, no, your ignorance won't save you.
Damn!
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like, we got Porsha and Simon going through their divorce, right? Now we know Porsha done raped this nigga Simon for all kind of money. You know, we know Porsha done cheated the whole time that he was allegedly was with Simon. You know, we know that Porsha was doing her own thing. She was in a relationship. She seen Simon. She seen the cow, and she got the milking. You know, and she trying to make everything happen off of Simon's dime. You know, if it's mansions, if it's Maybachs, if it's new BBLs, butt shots and shit. She's trying to do everything she can to stay in the limelight. And I mean, it's not hard to do, you know, as a woman like Portia. We all know everybody's trying to get a piece, right? So Simon already knew this. He married her, but that was his downfall. He should have just got a piece like everybody else is getting a piece. Marshawn Lynch supposedly got a piece. Paul Pierce supposedly got a piece. I'm trying to get a piece. For some reason, Simon didn't see that his girl, his wife, allegedly was just a piece. Side piece. Niggas snack piece. Niggas niggas just trying to get a slice of that. But hold on to that long term? You must be crazy. Dealing with women like this will drive you crazy. This woman right here is for the streets. She is not worth marrying. She's not worth long-term dating, she will constantly try to level up on you, finding the nigga that got a bigger bag in any type of way, bigger bag, bigger car, bigger house. It don't matter. So for you to try to marry a stripper will be your detriment and your downfall. That is on you, good brother. Now you know she was gonna be after your money, Simon. You can't be this old and be this dumb at the same damn time. We know that this girl right here was a gold digger. I don't give a fuck what she told you. I don't care how much she sucked your dick. I don't care how much she rubbed your back. I don't give a fuck. This woman right here was going to try to milk you. And you should be able to see this. You shouldn't be blind. We all know that you should have just came and got a piece of the cookie. Break it off like a Kit Kat and going about your day. You trying to marry this and keep this with you, it will be your detriment. And that's for all brothers out here. Understand that bitch is a hoe. She ain't gonna change for you. You can't change her. You can't convince her to be a good one. You can't convince her to do right with her life. You can't convince her to stop fucking on it. You can't convince her. Many men have tried. Her dad has tried to convince her to stop being the 304 out here, but she chooses this life. She loves this life. She doesn't want to go against this life because this is her life. Stop trying to stop her from being a 304 and let her embrace herself. Let her go on ahead. Fuck who you were. Hey, I'm sorry, Simon. You the one that put a wedding ring on a bitch that was fucking half of the homies, half of your city, allegedly. We know this girl was getting around trying to find the best option. And if it wasn't the best option, she trying to find the person that's gonna pay the most. It you the one that trusted into somebody that clearly wanted to be a hoe. You trusted in a stripper bitch that wanted to see what she could do out here. I doubt that she ever took Simon serious, and she's probably been fucking on niggas as soon as she married Simon. The same week, the same month. Am I lying? It is what it is, man. Silent acceptance, we ain't happening. Like, I'm subscribed.